So did you get to know about how much portion of COM will come in NT?
MT, you will have only COM.
No collisions.
No collisions.
Okay, sir.
So, did you verify the shortcut?
You're taking net total momentum in the upward direction of both the blocks on both sides, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. वो clockwise, anti-clockwise, man.
तो गलत है यार. देखा है मैंने, but I couldn't find the second mistake which you are committing because of which you are getting the answer. Because there is an external force called 2T acting on it and mg acting on it. You cannot conserve momentum for both in one direction.
But it doesn't make sense why in every single question I'm getting the answer with that. Matlab, that would be too big a coincidence, no?
It won't be. There will be something else that we are doing which is balancing them. It will not be a coincidence. Physics has not many coincidences to happen. It will have very few. Every coincidence should be explained. Let me see. Give me some more time. I'll have a look at it once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
So after the two chain problems, what will we do?
We have one
Assignment
more
or HT?
JEE question which has to be solved.
Okay, sir.
Right. Then we start the doubts.
Of HCV assignment.
Yes, sir. Can you start with HCV?
Yeah, we'll start with HT. Now listen. One chain problem is the last exercise problem of your booklet, if I am right. The chain problem, one of them is the last exercise problem of your booklet. In your booklet, they asked you to find it out as a function of y. Here I am asking you to find out for whole of the length. No big deal. I'll tell you what the difference is. This is the heap of a chain. And you're pulling this with a force of P. The heap of the chain is kept on the ground. This is of distance y. Lambda is mass per unit length. Right? You're pulling this in the upward direction with a force of P. They ask you find P as a function of y. So that the wire is moving with chain is moving with constant velocity. V is constant. V is constant. Find P as a function of y. P is the force applied. P is the force applied. So first bit is quite easy. All of you will be able to solve. It won't be a big deal. The force for which the chain is moving with uniform velocity. Have a look at it. This is the force that you are applying. Weight of the chain will act as lambda y into g. Do you agree with that? This is the weight of the chain in the downward direction.
Yes, sir.
MG, yes.
Now have a look at this. One small element of the chain dm, which was at rest, suddenly started moving. One small element of the chain dm, which was at rest, suddenly started moving. There is a change in momentum.
Yes, sir.
So there will be a thrust force.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now I know the value of thrust force is lambda v squared. But direction, there are two ways which I told you. One, this mass is increasing, y is increasing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mass is increasing, thrust force on this will be in the direction of VR.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thrust force will be in the direction of VR.
Yes, sir.
For a person standing here, he will see the small element dm going in the downward direction.
Yes, sir.
For a person standing here, the dm element was at rest. He is moving upwards with a constant velocity v. So he will see the small element dm going in the downward direction. So according to him, thrust force will be in the downward direction. Right? One
Yes,
way of
Yes.
looking at it. Another way of looking at it, I will go from the fundamental concept here. I don't want to remember all this. Welcome. dm element, which is at rest, suddenly started moving upwards. That means acceleration on the small element dm is in
upward
Upward
direction.
direction.
Upward direction.
so force on dm is in
Upward direction.
Upward direction.
reaction of that on this part of the chain will be in
Downward direction.
Downward.
logical, and is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So now this force will be lambda y into g plus lambda v square. No big deal. This is a very small thing for anybody to solve. Agree?
Yes, sir.
But then there is a second part for this question. If you people recollect, the reverse of this we did. On a table, there was a hole and a heap of a chain, and the chain was falling.
Yes, sir.
Told me that day that energy cannot be conserved.
हाँ sir.
X.
Yes, sir. क्योंकि बहुत अजीब
Same
forces है.
example like that. उसका reverse है. That means here also I cannot conserve energy. Energy is not conserved. What is your logic for that? This is an inelastic collision. A small element at rest suddenly starts moving is inelastic collision. I cannot conserve energy. This is what you said. So that means energy is not conserved. Can you calculate the energy loss and show me? I'll be very happy and convinced that energy is not conserved. Calculate the energy loss and show it to me. I will be 100% convinced then that this is an inelastic collision. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Now, I am asking you energy loss for lifting the complete chain. In your booklet, they ask you energy loss when the chain is picked up from 0 to y. Only limits will change. That's all. I don't want to solve exactly the same problem as that of the booklet, so that I leave that as practice for you. What I am solving is work done in lifting the complete chain. Energy loss in lifting the complete chain. In lifting the complete chain. This is what you are asking me. That means limits will not be 0 to y, it will be 0 to L. L is the total length of the chain. Right? How do I justify this? Have a look at it. Work done by the external source. Work done by the external force minus increase in total mechanical energy. Do you agree with this? If energy were conserved, work done by the external force would have been equal to the increase in total mechanical energy. I told you energy is not conserved. Work done by the source minus increase in total mechanical energy will be the energy loss. Then I will be convinced that energy is not conserved. Yes or no?
Yes.
Integral of P dy 0 to L. P dy 0 to L. Increase in total mechanical energy is delta P plus delta K. Increase in potential energy plus increase in kinetic energy. Right? Total work done minus increase in total mechanical energy is the energy lost. This step, are you people convinced?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now P, I calculate from here. I'm running short of space here. I'll write here. Okay. Continuation of this is in this box. Right? Energy loss will be integral of P is lambda Gy dy plus lambda v square dy 0 to L 0 to L minus. Now by the way, this p into dy I substituted. My limits are from 0 to L. When you solve in the booklet, your limits will be from 0 to L. No big deal.
Yes, sir.
Second, increase in potential energy when the complete chain, initially whole of the chain was on the ground. Now when the complete chain is standing vertically, lambda L is the mass G into L by 2. This is the increase in potential energy. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Center of
Yes,
mass.
sir.
Plus half lambda L into V square. Hey, why? How is this the increase in kinetic energy here? Initially, whole of the chain was at rest on the ground. You picked it up and the chain is moving with constant velocity. So whole of the chain is moving with constant velocity.
Constant
Half
velocity.
lambda L into V square.
Yes.
Right? So this will be the work done by the external source. This is the increase in mechanical energy, loss of energy. I am sure you will be able to simplify this. Integral y dy, integral y 0 to L, substitute and subtract this and tell me how much are you getting. You should be getting half lambda L into V square because that's the answer. I didn't do the simplification of this step. Do and make sure that you're getting this answer.
So can you explain again why energy loss is equal to work done by external force minus
Tell
increase
me
in T and V?
according to you what should be the energy loss. आप दिमाग लगा के बता दीजिए what should be energy loss according to you. Somebody is doing work on it. If that work didn't go into the total mechanical energy, the balance will be lost. But according to you, what will be the equation?
So the one you wrote.
उल्लू बना रहे हो यार, टाइम पास कर रहे हो. देखो, work done should go into total mechanical energy. If it is not equal, balance is lost in the form of energy or heat or anything. Solve that and make sure that you are getting the answer.
Yes, sir. We are making that.
So there is energy loss. So that means it is an inelastic collision. So conservation of energy is not permitted in this sort of a problems where a small element which is at rest suddenly starts moving. Whether the heap is up and chain is falling down or the heap is down and chain is going up.
सर इसके बाद एक और क्वेश्चन है कि दो क्वेश्चन है?
1 second, wait. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Sorry, in HSC they removed entire calculus from physics only. HSC syllabus.
Yeah, yesterday only the flagship batch kids were telling me that.
Sir, what? Sorry.
सर उसके बिना कैसे होगा फिजिक्स?
पता नहीं पूरा calculus निकाल दिया.
तो कैसे?
उनको पता है कि that you people have already learned calculus in the JEE syllabus. So
तो
it
वो
makes no
अलग बात
difference.
है ना.
Why
We
will they
also
will?
have a duty to teach.
Sir, have they removed it
But
like for the
the
entire
people
HSC
who
or
are
only for
pure
our?
आप
HSC,
लोग
they
ऐसा
will
बात कर
improve.
रहे हो, सुनो, आप लोग ऐसा बात कर रहे हो कि अगर वो लोग रखेंगे और कंडक्ट करेंगे वो क्लास तुम लोग अटेंड करेंगे.
सर कर लेंगे ना, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं करेंगे.
The but people who are pure HSC, then they will
वो
be in
लोग
trouble.
निकाल दिया, हद हो गई यार. अब ये तो पॉलिटिक्स हो गया पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का. वो लोग रखेंगे तो भी कंप्लेंट करेंगे, निकाल देंगे तो भी कंप्लेंट करेंगे. अब ये तो बीजेपी और कांग्रेस ने
कांग्रेस.
क्या हो गया?
No, sir, I was asking, have they removed it for the entire of HSC or only for our college exams?
कॉलेज
नहीं पूरा HSC.
अच्छा हाँ, that makes sense.
Syllabus reduction में था.
बट 11th का सिलेबस डजंट कम इन 12th बोर्ड्स. 12th बोर्ड्स में 12th का सिलेबस ही आएगा.
सर लेकिन वो बाइफोकेटेड है ना, आपने बोला था.
आपने बोला
सर,
आधा में वो
they
तो
started
split है.
सर एक
You will
रिक्वेस्ट.
learn calculus to a much greater extent in mathematics, and you have learned much to an extent in physics. Sir.
Yes.
So for you, it makes no difference whether it's there in the college syllabus or not.
सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है.
So sweet of you. हुकुम कीजिए.
सर एक बिटकॉइन चाहिए ड्रिल को.
सर एमटी के बाद सर एक दिन की हॉलीडे मिल सकती है, मतलब
Yes, sir.
सर
Please.
ये सबका रिक्वेस्ट है. मंडे we
So
need
one
a
day.
holiday.
Sir, please.
मंडे.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Monday छुट्टी चाहिए.
हाँ
Yes,
सर.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The first.
Sub full day holiday.
expect
a holiday on
26th
Fine, fine. I'll keep Gautam
अरे एक
informed.
मिनट.
मगर एमटी के बाद भी एक दिन छुट्टी क्यों? जनरली पहले पूछते हो ना यार आप लोग.
अरे नहीं, बात सर हम लोग को रिलैक्स करना रहता है ना.
सर एक दिन थोड़ा सर अभी सर रोटेशनल के लिए थोड़ा और फोकस हो सकते हैं,
फिर
वरना
आप पूछने जाओ तो हम
थोड़ा-
6 दिन कंटिन्यू क्लास में बैठे हैं.
सर पहले स्ट्रेस मतलब
ओके ओके, I'll convey it to Gautam. Not
Thank
an
you, sir.
issue. एक दिन के लिए कुछ ज्यादा दिक्कत है नहीं.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
Listen. This is a horizontal rough floor, a typical problem picked up from 200 puzzling problems in physics. Right? Cambridge University Press by author Gnandig, Gnandig. There is a carpet kept on this particular floor. Carpet. What is kept?
Carpet.
And then you bend the carpet and you start moving it this way with uniform speed. You bend the carpet and start moving it this way with uniform speed. Are you able to visualize?
Yes, sir.
The carpet doesn't slip. Here it is sufficiently rough. Originally, the carpet is kept this way. Originally, the carpet is kept this way. Now it is bent and it is turned in this way. Now this is bent and it is turned. You are pulling it with a force of F. Here dotted line, because this carpet you bent here means here there is no carpet now.
Yes, sir.
First question that they asked is, find F to be applied for the carpet to move with uniform speed u. The carpet is moving with a uniform speed u. First question is, find force to be applied for the carpet to move with uniform speed. So second question is, velocity of center of mass of moving part of the carpet. There is actually a third question which I don't want to give at this stage because that will unnecessarily lead to confusion. But solve these two first. There is a well-laid trap. there is a well laid trap in it.
सर लैम्डा वो सब दिया है क्या?
Lambda is mass per unit length. You can assume lambda to be mass per unit length. Mass per unit length. This is the total length of the car. Carpet बोल रहे हो, area define करना है यार. Doesn't matter. Area will get cancelled out both in the numerator and denominator. So take lambda to be mass per unit length. The lower surface, the floor and the carpet is sufficiently rough to prevent slipping between the carpet and the floor. Carpet doesn't slip on the floor.